Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a market you might not hear about in daily headlines, but one that is absolutely foundational to so much modern technology.
Mm.
And it's showing truly explosive growth. We're talking about the Ion Beam Sputtering Systems market.
Right, IBS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our mission today is to go beyond just the numbers, exploring detailed market insights, uncovering the why behind these global and regional growth trends,
And getting into the nuts and bolts.
and figuring out what it all means for you. And just so everyone knows, our deep dive is based on a really comprehensive report from Cognitive Market Research.
A solid source.
Now, for those of you who might not be, let's say, immersed in thin film deposition technologies every single day, let's quickly clarify what we're discussing.
Good idea.
Ion beam sputtering, or IBS. It's a high-precision method for applying ultra-thin, incredibly uniform coatings onto materials. Think of it almost like painting with atoms.
That's a great analogy, actually.
Yeah, you use a focused beam of ions to precisely knock atoms off a target material, which then deposit onto another surface.
And it's not just any coating. This is crucial stuff.
Totally. It's for creating things like highly reflective mirrors for satellites, advanced anti-reflective layers on, say, your smartphone camera, specialized semiconductor components, even medical implants. It's really about achieving that atomic level precision for, well, peak performance.
Exactly. And when we delve into the market numbers, the global snapshot, it immediately grabs your attention.
Okay, lay it on us.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Shoot.
So back in 2021, this market generated about $967.8 million. Okay.
Almost $1 billion.
Then, by 2025, it's projected to hit $1,342.4 million. That's solid growth.
Definitely.
But the real aha moment, like you said, comes when we look further ahead. By 2033, the market is expected to more than double that 2021 figure.
Double. Wow.
Yeah, hitting a staggering $582.4 million. And this expansion is supported by a strong compound annual growth rate, or CAGR, of 8.522% over that whole period.
And just to be clear for everyone listening, when we talk about CAGR, we're basically looking at the average annual growth rate over time, right?
Yeah.
It smooths out the bumps.
Precisely. It gives us a clearer picture of the sustained momentum, not just, one-off spikes.
So an 8.522% CAGR for over a decade in a pretty niche high-tech sector like IBS, that really signifies something more profound than just simple growth, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
What's driving this widespread and robust demand? Well, this isn't just arbitrary growth.
Right.
It's intrinsically linked to several major technological advancements and industry shifts. I mean, think about it. We're seeing this ever-increasing demand for advanced microchips.
Semiconductors.
Yeah, with extremely precise, thin film deposition. That's crucial for next-gen computing. Then there's the rapid evolution of high-precision optics. Think AR, VR devices. They need flawless coatings.
Right, for the displays and lenses.
Exactly. And even sectors like space technology, medical devices, they rely on the unparalleled control IBS offers for durability and performance. So this consistent and robust growth trajectory, it points to a fundamental and sustained demand for materials with properties that, honestly, only atomic-level precision can deliver.
That really puts those big global numbers into sharp perspective. So with this fundamental demand in mind, what does this all mean for different parts of the world?
The regional breakdown.
Yeah, which regions are truly driving this phenomenal expansion, and how do their specific, economic or tech landscapes play into it?
Okay, well, if we start with the undisputed growth leader, that's the Asia-Pacific region. It shows the fastest expansion by far.
Okay. What kind of numbers are we talking?
So from $338.75 million in 2021, it's projected to reach $481.25 million in 2025. Pretty good jump.
Yeah.
And it's expected to nearly triple its 2021 size, climbing to an impressive $973.566 million by 2033.
Whoa.
And that boasts the highest regional KGR globally, 9.207%. This surge isn't accidental, obviously.
No kidding.
It reflects massive investments in the domestic electronics, manufacturing, data centers, advanced materials industries, you name it.
Nearly tripling in just over a decade is really staggering.
Yeah.
Which countries within Asia-Pacific are, leading that charge? Are their growth stories similar, or are there different dynamics at play?
That's a great question, because while the whole region is booming, the individual stories are quite nuanced. You have China, for instance, leads in sheer volume,
Right, makes sense.
moving from about $101.6 million in 2021 to a projected $298.4 million by 2033. That's a very strong 9.409% CAGR.
Okay.
Their growth is largely fueled by that massive push into domestic semiconductor manufacturing, advanced displays.
Self-reliance there.
Exactly. But an even more impressive standout, purely for its growth rate, is India.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's truly emerging strongly, moving from around $44.7 million in 2021 and nearly tripling
Tripling again?
to $142.1 million by 2033. And get this, the highest CAGR in the entire region at 10.129%.
Wow. India leading the region in growth rate. That's fascinating. Does this suggest like a specific sector or maybe a policy initiative within India that's accelerating RBS adoption even faster than some neighbors?
It absolutely seems to. India's growth is often linked to its burgeoning IT and electronics manufacturing sectors, plus significant government initiatives promoting local production, make in India, and things like that.
Oh, okay.
They're starting from a lower base, maybe, than China in some areas, but they're rapidly catching up. It indicates a really strong foundational build-out of high-tech infrastructure.
Makes sense.
And we also see other robust performers. Right, Singapore, with a 9.527% CAGR,
Right.
often that hub for advanced research and manufacturing.
Yeah, the R&D focus.
And Southeast Asia as a whole,
Yeah.
showing a remarkable 9.788% CAGR. So it really highlights broad momentum, driven by diverse economies investing heavily in their tech capabilities.
Okay, so moving beyond Asia's, frankly, incredible expansion. Let's pivot our focus, Europe. What's the narrative for the Ion Beam Sputtering Systems market there? Similar drivers or different patterns?
Europe represents a significant and, I'd say, mature chunk of the market. Revenue is about $216.8 million back in 2021. It's projected to climb substantially, though, to $547.47 million by 2033. That's a CAGR of 8.082%. Still very strong.
Still really solid growth.
Definitely. And what's particularly insightful here, I think, is that this strong, consistent demand across established industrialized markets, it indicates an ongoing need for modernization.
Right, upgrading existing stuff.
Exactly. Enhance precision in existing industries. It's maybe less about entirely new infrastructure build-out like we see in parts of Asia, and more about upgrading and optimizing high-value manufacturing processes.
In which sectors mainly?
Think automotive, aerospace, medical technology, those established European strengths.
Gotcha. And within Europe, are there specific countries really driving that growth or maybe showing unique trends?
Absolutely. Germany, for example, is a powerhouse. No surprise there.
No, really, no. Precision engineering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Starting from about $42.5 million in 2021, expanding to $115.5 million in 2033. And that gives it Europe's highest PGR at 8.808%. Really reflects that strong focus on precision engineering, advanced materials science.
Makes perfect sense.
The UK is also seeing substantial expansion, set to more than double its market size to nearly $82 million by 2033. That's an 8.421% CAGR,
Okay.
which indicates robust investment in its high-tech manufacturing and R&D sectors, too. And then we see consistent contributions from countries like Spain, with an 8.347% CAGR, and Sweden at 8.274%. It really demonstrates a kind of continent-wide commitment to high-precision manufacturing.
It is interesting, though. You see a bit of a contrast with Russia. The report shows slower momentum there, pasting a 6.855% CAGR.
That does stand out, yeah.
It certainly stands out when you compare it to the, pretty vigorous growth rates we're seeing in many of its European neighbors. Probably points to different economic or industrial priority.
Likely, yes. Different investment focuses, perhaps.
Okay, shifting gears again. Let's turn our attention across the Atlantic to North America. What does the data tell us there about the IBS market? What kind of innovations might be at play?
Right, North America. So the market there was valued at about $264.2 million in 2021.
Okay, starting higher than Europe.
Yes. And it's forecasted to climb to $655.9 million by 2033. The CAGR there is 7.872%. Solid, steady growth.
And the U.S.?
The United States, as you might expect, leads significantly within the region. It's projected to expand its market to just over $500 million, $507.8 million by 2033.
Wow.
And this growth is heavily influenced by its robust R&D landscape, defense applications, constant innovation in semiconductors, optical tech.
Yeah, all the big players.
For instance, IBS is critical for creating those advanced filters in satellite communication systems, or the complex coatings on high-power laser optics used in scientific research. Lots of high-end applications.
And Canada and Mexico aren't far behind, at least in terms of growth rates within North America. Canada's showing an 8.493% CAGR.
Strong rate, yeah.
And Mexico's on track with an 8.043% CAGR, nearly doubling its market size by 2033. That consistency across the board suggests maybe wider regional adoption, cross-border supply chains.
Absolutely. Shared technological advancements, integrated economies,
Yeah.
it all plays a role. Consistent growth across the continent.
Okay. Moving further south then, South America. You mentioned promising outlooks there too.
Yes, South America presents a particularly interesting picture. A remarkable growth trajectory, actually.
Really? How so?
The market there was smaller, $64.8 million in 2021, but it's expected to reach $178.7 million by 2033.
Okay, quite a jump, percentage-wise.
Exactly. That comes out to an impressive 8.804% CAGR, which indicates a continent that, while maybe smaller in current market size, is rapidly integrating these advanced technologies.
That is a strong trajectory for South America. Which countries are powering that growth, and what kind of industrial developments might be behind it?
Well, Argentina really shows a strong CAGR, 9.377%.
Wow, higher than the regional average.
Yeah. And Chile also boasts a solid 9.047% CAGR. Both are projecting significant expansion. Brazil's also a major contributor with an 8.661% CAGR.
Right.
This growth in South America, it's often tied to increasing investments in infrastructure, resource processing, but also developing local high-tech manufacturing capabilities.
Diversifying.
Exactly. Especially as they seek to diversify their economies and, add value to raw materials rather than just exporting them.
Makes sense. Okay, so shifting to another dynamic region, in the Middle East. What's the outlook there? Are we seeing similar patterns of rapid adoption, maybe driven by those diversification efforts we hear about?
Indeed. Very much so. The Middle East market was about $43.5 million in 2021.
Okay.
It's expected to more than double, rising to $119.2 million by 2033. And that's supported by a strong 8.735% AGR.
Doubling again. That seems to be a theme.
It really is. This robust expansion is a clear indicator of the region's ambitious economic diversification strategies, moving into high-tech manufacturing, renewable energy, advanced medical sectors.
Right, beyond oil and gas.
Precisely. And what's particularly striking is the UAE. It stands out with one of the highest growth rates globally.
Get out! How high?
A remarkable 9.5003% CAGR.
Wow, that's up there with Singapore and parts of SE Asia.
It absolutely is. It really suggests a strong, concerted push into cutting-edge technology infrastructure.
And Saudi Arabia and Turkey are also making significant contributions to this regional growth too, right?
Yes, both with strong key KGRs. Saudi Arabia at 8.816% and Turkey at 9.086%. It really highlights that concerted effort across the key players in the Middle East to invest in advanced industrial capabilities.
Fascinating. Okay, finally, let's round out our regional overview with Africa. What's the story there?
Africa. The market there was around $39.7 million in 2021. Smaller starting point, yes.
Right.
But it's projected to grow strongly to $107.4 million by 2033. That's a CAGR of 8.156%.
Still very healthy growth.
Incredibly significant growth, especially considering the base. It reflects the continent's accelerating digital transformation and industrial development.
Any standouts?
South Africa, in particular, shows consistent growth with an 8.851% CAGR. Kind of underlines its role as a regional economic and technological leader. And Nigeria is also contributing significantly with an 8.392% CAGR, driven by its large economy and, its expanding tech sector.
So really looking across all these regions.
Yeah, this widespread, vigorous growth, it truly underscores a fundamental and increasing global reliance on ion beam sputtering systems. It's across diverse economies, diverse industries.
Yeah.
It's really no longer just a niche laboratory tool, is it? It's become a critical component in the global manufacturing ecosystem, silently enabling the tech advancements we often just take for granted.
It really paints a picture of a tech market that's not only robust, but also incredibly dynamic. You see different regions, different countries finding their own unique stride in this rapid expansion. What truly excites me about these figures isn't just the growth itself, but what it signals, about the next wave of precision manufacturing and innovation globally.
Right. It's foundational.
It's not just growth, it's strategic growth in key areas around the world. It showcases this clear global interest in the kind of, atomic level precision that IBS provides.
Could agree more.
So to kind of wrap up our deep dive here, it's crystal clear the ion beam sputtering systems market is vibrant. It's rapidly expanding globally from nearly $1 billion valuation in 2021 set to more than double to over $2.5 billion by 2033. We've seen Asia-Pacific leading the charge, driven by massive electronics and semiconductor investment,
But strong everywhere else, too.
but really strong, consistent growth across every single continent, fueled by diverse applications from precision optics to advanced medical devices. This isn't just about big numbers, it's about the indispensable role IBS plays in shaping our technological future.
Well said.
So as we consider these impressive numbers, this accelerating demand across the globe, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? With IBS being so crucial for advanced manufacturing, what are the next big breakthroughs or the emerging applications that could push this market even further? Will we see new materials, new industries, maybe even more miniaturization driving the next wave?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it?
Right. And how might this quiet, almost hidden atomic-level revolution fundamentally change the devices and technologies we interact with every single day? Something for you to ponder.